Alright, we're back with the next day. So, I kind of explained about what was going on last night, but I can give you guys kind of a further detail now that we got some daylight and a little bit more time on our hands. This is the location that I chose to put the crossover at. I got Velcro on the back of this, plus you guys can see I even siliconed both the sides just so that I have nothing but a sturdy hold. Plus I got 2 screws, mounted it to the actual door itself. Got the woofer in. Hopefully we have enough clearance. As you guys can see, like I explained last night, I carved away at this thing as much as I could to make as much space for the speaker as possible. Still got the tweeters over here on the back of my dad's truckiola. So yeah, we got these guys siliconed into place. I still got a little bit of work. Got to cover up that gap somehow. I'm thinking I'm just going to take some silicone and clean it up real well. Make a nice transition for it. Got them both going though, which is very nice. Alright, last thing we got to do is pretty much the wiring that I did on this side. I'll show you guys what the plan of action is when it comes down to the wiring, or at least how I'm going to be doing it. Is right here we have our line that comes from the source, back of the radio, amplifier, whatever it is. I'm going to be cutting this in half. Right, so I'm gonna have this side, which will be our speaker leads going to our speaker, and then the other side will be our inputs for the crossover inputs. All right, so I'm gonna wire this half to the woofer, this half to the inputs, and then once we have the tweeter installed, I'll be cutting this right here in half. I'll be taping these two, or this half off, because I'm pretty sure this half just runs down and meets with this down here, right? So I'm going to be cutting this in half. We'll tape off the car side of it, and then the part that connects to the tweeter, I will also be running to right here. So everything will be on this side of the door panel, which is nice because I don't have to worry about disconnecting everything from the crossover, because I decided to mount it on the door panel instead of on the door itself. So save myself a little bit of time and effort every time I have to get into my door panels at that point, which is really nice. This is all to say that these are the only the front doors will be done by today. But it's a good brunt of the work done, and I'm excited to get some power to these things. And I mean, like, that's the thing. Once I get the door speakers done, a lot of the intensive labor anyways is complete. Pretty much the line out converter and the DSP. That's going to be the other biggest kicker of the entire project. So it's just labor intensive when it comes to wiring. Alright, so now I can give you kind of a better representation of what I was talking about in the last one anyways. Right here I got my speaker leads for my woofer, right? I'm gonna take some of this with these and run it nice and clean up to the crossover, alright? And that'll go into the woofer, positive and negative, right? So we got the other part that this was connected to. This is coming from the radio at this point, or in your car, whatever source. This is all, by the way, to utilize factory connections and keep this as factory as possible for ease of diagnosis and stuff like that. And I just like to do it very clean, and I feel like this is a very clean way to do it, at least in my opinion. Everybody has their own opinions. Anyways, this will be our input, which will go to the IN on the crossover. And then up here is our tweeter, which obviously once we plug those bad bitches back into this bad boy, we'll connect to the tweeter, and then this will get ran down into the tweeter. I just wanted to give you guys a little snippet of what that actually looks like. Once I get it wired up, I'll give you one last little look at it, and then yeah, we'll be pretty much done, and we'll have the fronts done, ready to go. Hey, just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we've got our friends done, boys. We finally got the fronts done and installed. Might put a little bit more time and effort into these tweeters, but for the most part, they're in and they do play. They are working off of the factory head unit right now, so I mean, they're not getting the power or the cleanliness of signal that they should be at the hard work is done for the most part with the fronts. Now we got to do the backs. I mean, that's a good day's worth of work. I mean, for one person, done. You know, every car is unique. You never know what you're going to expect. I ran into a few issues, but nothing I didn't overcome. So, yeah. The series so far, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Follow whatever social media you're watching this on. You know, give it a follow or whatever, and then yeah, you'll be able to keep seeing my videos and stuff like that. All right, ladies and gents, this is it. So I'll give you the final rundown of what's going on here, right? So we got the woofer, bam. We got input, bam, going up over here, zip tied into the crossover. We got tweeter, which will go right here. We'll plug in like that, and we'll run down and go into right here. About to plug it in, plug everything in, give it a quick test and see if it runs off the factory head unit. If it does, I'm gonna button her up, and we're gonna say that we have successfully put in the front doors. All right, ladies and gents, my hair is disgusting, but welcome back to another update. Today we got the doors, the back doors done. Yeah, I know I said that I was debating on what my motivation was going to be doing today, but I already got this door panel done. You can see this is where I ended up putting the tweeter up here, pretty much from this point on. And in the door panel was just filled with stuff. So I had to pick somewhere down here. The crossover's right here. The woofer's right here. So I decided to put the tweeter right here. That way it's not... I mean, I could have maybe put it like right here, but if you put it right here, it's going to be in the person's face. And I don't think that's an enjoyable experience for somebody to have just loud music just blaring straight into their ear. So down here, it kind of gives it more of a not in your face feeling, at least for me. I'm overall pretty happy with how it looks. I could show you with the door closed where it sits exactly, or at least the tweeter does. So you can see the tweeter, it's kind of lower, it's out of your ear, it's kind of inconspicuous, doesn't draw a lot of eyes, which I like, but it will sound a lot better in here. I'm super excited because I can't believe I got all this work done. But as of right now, this is where I'm at with the last and final door of getting these things installed. I got these in finally. I got this in. Obviously, I'm not using screws on this because of the fact that I don't know what goes on behind here. I don't want to screw into it, so I've been using silicone and some heavy-duty Velcro, double-sided Velcro, whatever you want to call it, to stick these into place. It's been baking in the sun. The other one has been drying overnight. Hopefully that'll keep them in place. If not, I'll come back in. I want to keep them in place, but I don't want it to be permanent. Otherwise I would use something like epoxy. This will work in the meantime. I think this will work anyways. It's got plenty of time to cure by the time I work tomorrow. So yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I can officially say that this is the last update when it comes to the door speaker installation video series thing, whatever you want to call it. Got the door finally done. She is in, looking spiffy. We got all 4 of them done. I mean, I could show you. I'll go all the way around. Why the fuck not? We've got all of them just looking just so spiffy, so good. 3 days of work. Obviously, I'm not working out of a shop. I'm working out of my car, working on my car. I don't think I did that bad. I tried to clean them up a little bit as possible, but I missed a spot there. But I'll clean them up again before I hit the road. Obviously, I gotta let the silicone and everything dry in these guys for a day, just to make sure everything cures properly. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching this series. I mean, keep watching, because obviously I got a lot more to do. I got my power ground, I got the line out converter, I got the DSP. Depending on whether or not I want to do both of them or just one of them, I will figure that out. Yeah, if you guys have been following the series, thank you guys so much. No matter what social media you're watching me on, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever it is. It's all free. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.